All right, guys, it's been a while since I came on here and gave you my perspective on Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the charts. All right, here we go, Bitcoin. So as you can see, we just flashed another buy signal a couple of days ago here on my indicator, see? So here on 24th of August, we flashed another buy signal. However, I do not like the way this is developing. So on the last update, what we talked about is if the 25,000 level held, we would still be bullish. And this is still true. Okay, so this level is holding. So that is still bullish. And we tested it once. And now we're testing it again with a buy signal. All right, so this alone should be enough for you to consider your plays. However, I do not like the way that this structure is developing. I don't like the way that this fell out of my parabola. Okay, so we just broke out of it and retested it. So we're still playing around here, the 30,000 tops. I don't like it. So the fact that it broke my parabola, the fact that it couldn't make a higher high, okay, the fact that it's still testing this support turned into resistance, and it's not breaking. And the longer it's testing it, the more times it fails, the stronger that level becomes, right? Remember that. So if you combine all of it together, that is enough reason for me to go and say, okay, I don't really trust this buy signal at the moment. Now, what can we do to be more certain? Okay, let me remove all of this so it's more clear to you, because this is not in play anymore. It already played out. So I would go with the easiest route, and the easiest route for me would be to simply put a trend line. All right, so this essentially creates a triangle pattern, and you trade on whatever direction it breaks out. Okay, so it doesn't really matter if it breaks down or if it breaks higher, then you will know how to trade. All right, but we are still being squeezed in this zone, okay? And because of the zone where we are, I believe this is a bearish setup. So I will be looking for it to break to the downside. This is my bias, all right? My bias is this, all right, for us to break to the downside. Now, what levels are interesting here? If we break to the downside, all right, we would be looking at around 20,000 again. Okay, we'd be looking to retest the support, and maybe lower. Okay, maybe even retest the lows here. Okay, that would be more, that would be later in the year. So we're going to remove that, and we're just going to keep the 20,000 if we break below. All right, and this is only if we break below. That is the trade. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing on the charts right now. Actually, let me go into the weekly here so I can show you a little bit more clearly. If we can take a look at the candlestick patterns, because I love to look at the candlestick patterns. So you can clearly see here in my indicator, it even tells you there's a bearish divergence developing, all right, here as well. So we've been having bearish divergences ever since 30,000 here, right? Here also we formed a bunch. So it's just looking very bearish for me right now, okay? Candlesticks wise, you have a very bearish candlestick here, okay? So this one right here, it's very bearish, shows a good rejection, but then again, this is also a hammer, that's also a buying candlestick. So I mean, it's not a good read, okay? If we take a look on the monthly, we don't have anything interesting really. So this is a clean rejection here. This one on July, that's a clean rejection candlestick, but the rest is not really something you want to read into, okay? So let's go back into the daily, and yeah, this is the play. We are inside of this triangle right now, and we are waiting for a breakout. So whichever way it breaks out, we'll trade it, but I have my bias for breaking lower, okay?